Very good. This appearance is constantly changing. All of us can look back to 10 minutes ago, and the appearance in front of us might be very different from what is appearing right now, isn't it? And we can go back to the first thing in the morning, and the appearance would have been completely different. And we can go back to the weekend, and again it would be different. And we keep going back to wherever memory can take us. And this appearance we find is constantly changing. Something else is appearing. But what is the constant in this ever-changing appearance? This is always coming and going, but there is a constant, isn't it? What is the one constant? The constant must be you, not the body, because the body is also changing, isn't it? The body is also constantly changing. But there must be a you who is the witness of all of this ever-changing appearance. Who is this you? Who is this one? Who is the one who was aware of the baby body? When the body was born, this one was aware of the baby body. And this one is aware of this body also now. Has this one changed? The witnessing of that body and this body, has this one changed? And that's why if we attach to any appearance and call it me or call it mine, then it leads to trouble, because no appearance is constant. And even if the appearance was constant, our idea about it would not be constant, you see. Our idea about the appearance also keeps changing. And relationships is the number one reason why we seem to get people in satsang, because there's so much suffering that comes from relationships. So let's look at relationships. Many times it happens that the other person is the same. The other person is actually the same. But our idea of the person wants to be different. We want the person to change. So in our concept of the person, of the relationship, we want it to be different. So even if the appearance was constant, the mind is never constant. The mind is constantly changing. So it's double trouble, isn't it? One, that the appearance is constantly changing, and even if for something, if the appearance was constant, then the mind about it is always changing. Our ideas about everything are constantly changing. Our ideas about ourselves are always changing. If you look at what we wanted to do, what we wanted to become 10 years ago, 15 years ago, it might be very different from what we want to do and what we want to become now. So if we rely on these ideas, if we rely on any appearance, then we are just in for some suffering. The person that we believe ourselves to be is just an idea. And this idea has constantly been modified ever since we were born, ever since we had the ability to believe our thoughts. We've always been modifying this person idea. I'm like this, I want this, my partner should be like this is the amount of money I should have, my job should be like this, my family should be like this, constantly changing. So when all this changing, everything changing, what is the one constant? That's why we say that there are two ways. There is the appearance and there is the awareness. Can the appearance exist without the awareness of it? Can there be an appearance without you being aware of it? So all appearances rely on your awareness. All appearances rely on you. But you do not rely on appearances. See? Once this is understood, then you cannot suffer. How can you rely on an appearance? Namaste. Thank you, Aditi, for making space. Amaya says, Namaste. Han says, Namaste, Namaste. Nitya, Namaste. Meera, Namaste. Cornelia, Namaste. Jasminder, Namaste. Jasminder also said the network seems to be very slow, persisting. Is it my internet? Let me just check if I ran out of data or something. That's okay for me. How is it for the rest of you? It's okay?
Yeah, we're on HD, Father, so.
Okay, it seems to be okay.
Yeah.
So the appearance can be HD or it can be SD or it can be low definition, but who is the one that is aware of it? Who is aware of the slowness or the goodness? Who is aware that all this changing appearance is happening? Is that one changing its form in some way? Is that one going from 1020p to 780p, or is it changing the pixel levels of itself? No, it is the same, isn't it? How is witnessing touched by all this which is coming and going? Even the mind cannot deny this. The mind also cannot deny the fact that there is a witness of all this appearancing. Because if it were to try and deny this, then it would lose all credibility with you. So it wants to retain some credibility and not deny something which is so apparent. If there is an appearance, then there must be a witness of it, isn't it? So the whole point of satsang is to see who is this witness. The whole point of the inquiry, who am I, is to see who is this witness. And one thing is immediately clear, then the witness cannot be just another appearance, because there must be a witness of that also. So the witness cannot be an appearance. So therefore, we can come to the conclusion that the witness cannot be phenomenal, because all phenomena need to be witnessed. So the eternal witness, the final witness, cannot be phenomenal, isn't it? What is phenomena? Phenomena is that which can be witnessed, that which is observable. So who is the observer? Who is the witness? So one thing is clear if you've been listening today, is that you cannot be a thing. You cannot be an object. You must be something else. And if you cannot be an object, what must you be? And all that you are doing is witnessing. All that you're doing is witnessing, and you cannot be a thing. So can we say that you are the witnessing itself? Then we must be able to say that if all there is witnessing, and I am not a phenomenal thing, then I must be this witnessing. Can we clarify that? Can we validate that for ourselves? Can we check in this moment, what is it that I am? There can be appearance of anything. There can be the appearance of this body. There can be an appearance of thoughts. There can be an appearance of breath. There can even be an appearance of space. But who is witnessing them? How are you separate from this witness? What does this witness look like? Is there anything we can say about this witness? Can any appearance, no matter how strong it might seem, can it touch this awareness? This awareness itself is your true self. Therefore, self-realization is available right now. We need not go anywhere to realize the self. This self is ever present. The only confusion possible is when we identify with an appearance. When we identify as a body-mind who is actively participating in this appearance. So the activity can continue, but the identification must be seen to be false. May all of you be forever free from identification with these appearances. Namaste Atma. Kai says, Satsang, Sangha, self. Self-inquiry and appearance I see. As love it feels. I am that constant, untouched seeing. Very beautiful. The constant, untouched seeing. Yes, very nice. And the minute we say untouched, that means that we cannot suffer now. Suffering seems an alien concept. How can one that is untouched suffer from anything?